interesting conversation is happening. I know how to time.
Good to have you here. Have you ever encountered anyone from Ivory Coast, or have you been there yourself?
Yes, actually, I met a gentleman from Ivory Coast, a promoter. When I was in Dubai, I met a certain promoter from Ivory Coast who tries to bring like Ivorian Coast artists into Dubai and trying to take them international. So, yes, I've met. I think that's the only Ivorian Coast.
Nice one.
What's the name? Are they called Ivory Coastians? Or what is the name?
Ivorian.
The Ivorian. So Boniface. It's Ivorian. Anyways, Bonnie, so what's been happening on the continent as far as entertainment is concerned?
So a lot of things have been happening. In Kenya, popular artist called Bamboo was awarded 4.5 million shillings. That's about $32,000. I'm not sure how many CDs those are, or I'm not sure how to translate that into Ivorian currency, but that's like $32,000. After about a 9-year suit, which he filed against the biggest telco company in East Africa, which is Safaricom, and two other unknown entities who took his song and used it without his consent. And so after a long battle, he was able to get his justice. And one of the songs that had been used legally was Mama Africa, which featured Akon, American Senegalese artist, and also Camp Mula, a song from 2015 with Camp Mula. So I think for the industry here, it's a good sign that because we get a lot of these cases where artists don't get justice, artists don't get their rights. And so for him to be able to win against such a big and powerful organization is a sort of Goliath versus David situation. And it's really encouraging to see that happening.
Let's have a listen to one of the songs from the artist you're talking about.
Africa stand up. From the first street African mixtape. Big Boop, A-Cup. What up, Senegal?
Nice one. So that's the song. For those of you who are wondering what we're talking about, which artist we're talking about, the artist behind this song.
Ghana, Togo, Benin, Cameroon, Central African Republic, Congo, Gabon, Ethiopia, Djibouti, Somalia.
I mean, this is very significant because, like you said, this is an artist up against, a big telco. This is it's a major precedent that has been set in the music industry there. I'm sure other artists who probably have felt, violated as well would take cue from this and also, put their foot forward as well. Impressive.
Exactly. And so we hope this will set a precedent of also artists seeking for justice, because that's a 9-year battle, 9 years of going to court, pursuing justice. And I think a lot of artists just don't pursue because they're just going to take too much of their energy and time and money.
Yeah.
So, but the more people push back, the more hopefully they can get their rights. And especially you can imagine a song like this, which is talking about Africa.
Yeah.
And the unity of Africa, and then guys using it without really, paying the artist. I mean, that's really a sad situation.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, good news there. Is there anything else? Anything else we need to know happening on the continent?
Yes. In Nigeria, veteran actor Pete Edochie was expressing concerns about the high divorce rates in Nollywood. Specifically, he was talking about Chimua Chuwaka. I hope I'm pronouncing it right. But Chioma. So, in fact, him talking, because he mentioned Chioma in passing, and one of the things is Chioma had been rumored to have been separated from the husband since 2022, and so guys are not so sure if they were still together. So the fact that Pete brought it up in the conversation that he's having with media personality Jude sort of confirmed that. But of course, it's a matter that has been there. I mean, Hollywood has one of the highest divorce rates, and it's interesting to see how Nollywood is now having high divorce rates. I don't know. I think this media world of ours
I don't
is not good for
know.
relationships. Media.
I don't know. Well, see, I'd rather we don't generalize it. And unfortunately, like you said, there seem to be quite some number of divorce amongst the arts, but I guess also because could it also be because these are people who are already in the limelight, and so people are very nosy about how their marriages are going. You know what I mean? It could be more happening in different sectors, but we're the ones that talk and people hear and nose around. So maybe that's why it seemed like it seemed like that.
But also, I mean, relationships, and I think we've talked about it, especially when you're talking about Diamond.
Yeah.
Diamond is known as the Father Abraham of East Africa. He's been married. He had many sons. So, because, when you're in the public eye, for example, if you're a guy, there are ladies who are admiring you, putting up your poster, chatting you up.
Yeah.
A regular person, a regular guy, if your girlfriend catches anyone, commenting on your Instagram, there'll be war. But unfortunately, when you're a celebrity, it's part of the game, it's part of the, the occupational hazard.
Yeah.
So if someone cannot handle that, and also, you're in the public eye, there's a lot of rumors going around, opinions, people have different opinions about you. So it adds a certain level of pressure, being anyone in the public eye, and even politicians and any other industry which requires you to have a public life, does put your relationship under certain high level of pressure.
Absolutely.
And so it takes a very, very strong and understanding sort of partner for you to survive in a relationship if you are in the public sphere.
In the public side.
I call it, personally, I call fame occupational hazard of media and things, all these other things we do.
I know. Well, thank you very much, Boniface. I wish you the very best. Unless, of course, there's some more you want to share with us.
Definitely. Very heartwarming story about The Rock. Dwayne Thompson survived Zimbabwean UFC fighter Thembe Gorimbo.
I saw that too.
Did you saw that?
I mean,
that
it's so impressed by it. Really, so thoughtful.
Exactly.
I mean, the part that got me the most was the wish list that he had posted, in close to the couch where he sleeps. I mean, even for me, I was very emotional when I saw it. And to think that the little that he makes, he construct boreholes for his village. Exactly. That's impressive. That's impressive.
Yeah, I know, and I think it's really an encouragement to all the Africans, especially those who are in the diaspora, and those who have, gone ahead and gotten opportunities. Always give back to society, because we cannot wait for other people to be the ones who are bringing in the aid, bringing in the help. It's always unfortunate. I'm sure, I don't know how it is in Ivory Coast or Ghana, but I know in Kenya you'll find a lot of the NGOs and a lot of the help and support groups come from the outside, come from Europe, come from the USA. I think it's time we started also participating in charity and making a difference in our continent. And so kudos to, Gorimbo, and also kudos to John, to The Rock, for that amazing gesture.
Absolutely. Well, the dynamics are not too different for Ghana, but of course you find also homegrown NGOs or organizations who support rural, initiatives. So that's good. That's good. The more, the better. Bonnie, thank you so much for joining us. Have yourself a great week. And still looking forward.
Maybe next time I'll have some escargot. I've never gotten the courage to eat snails.
Oh, and when you're bringing your courage, make sure you add bread to it because it has to be eaten with bread.
No,
No, you've never eaten snails. You've never tried it. Oh, it's such a
even
delicacy.
touching them with my hands.
Are you kidding
I
me?
can't even touch. Yes, we don't have that in East Africa. I don't think there's any culture in East Africa.
Oh, really? You don't have snails, all together, or you don't have recipes for snails. You
We
don't have.
snails. Even right outside my house right now. If I go, there's a snail. Right, I pour salt and eat them very quickly.
But you've never tried it.
No. Even
Wow. Well, you're missing out on a lot, though. I don't know about the snails and bread, but at least my recipe, I know it works for me. My snails and the palm nut soup and fufu, that one works for me.
What you do, Miriam, if you're introducing me to snails, just don't tell me it's a snail, and then after you can tell me, oh, the yeah,
I will do that.
I will not eat.
I will do that, and I'll add beer. I'll add some Kenya beer to it, so you don't notice it at all.